People are becoming millionaires in real estate. This is how. Do you know that real estate is still the #1 way to wealth? Now, still 89% of all millionaires have been created so through real estate, and that is still true. Yeah, it's amazing. I'm gonna tell you some real secrets on how people are doing it now, not how they were doing it 10 years ago, so that you can do it too. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, all you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm gonna share with you my #1 secret to real estate investing and my #1 secret on how I make more money than most people do in real estate. I'm gonna share with you the biggest lie that insiders tell to people and tell you the truth about it. And last but not least, I'm going to give you my unfiltered advice on what you should be doing in real estate to make money today, even if you don't have any real estate. So there are so many benefits when it comes to real estate. Real estate is still the #1 way to wealth. The reason that real estate is still the #1 way to wealth is because of simple economics. Real estate appreciates in value over time. It's a very simple concept that most people know, but for some reason they don't take advantage of. I think all of us know that houses seem to get more and more expensive, and most of us know that if you buy a house and you keep it for 5 years, most likely it will be worth more than what it is that you paid for it. Unlike some other things that we buy, like cars and clothes. But with housing and real estate, it usually appreciates over time, meaning it goes up in value. And so real estate is this amazing vehicle to become rich because it goes up in value. Just imagine if you had a telephone and you just holding it and keeping it made you money. Well, that's real estate. Think about it. You don't actually have to do anything with it in order for it to become worth more money over time. The fact that you just hold it and keep it and maintain it will usually be an indicator that it will go up in value, and most likely it will, and that's how it works. Even more importantly, you can do something with it. Unlike just having your phone or clothes, you actually can turn it into an asset that makes you money each month. Literally, you can have a property and put a tenant in it and start making money on it. Literally, you can fix the house up and then sell it and make money on it. I'm sure you've heard of fixing and flipping. I'm sure you've heard of being a landlord or having a rental property. These are all different ways that you can make money with real estate, and not only what wealthy people do, what people do to get wealthy. Real estate is actually a vehicle to creating riches and wealth, not the other way around. You don't wait till you're rich to start buying real estate. You buy it when you're poor, and then you become rich if you buy it right. Let me get you into that part. So there's a concept in real estate called appreciation. Like I said, in step 1, real estate is amazing and is such a benefit because of appreciation, because it usually goes up in value. Well, most things go up in price over time. That's called inflation. So let me give you a quick economy lesson. Inflation is just things going up over time. Again, as we live, things go up in price. I'm sure we've all heard from our parents that chips and bread used to be 25 cents and that they used to, get a soda for 10 cents and a penny for this and all this other stuff. Well, it's true. And it's funny because now that I'm 40 going on 41, I say these same things to my kids. Things used to be cheaper when I was a kid. I remember those bags of chips that they paid 99 cents for, they were 25 cents when I was a kid. And those bags of chips that I said was 25 cents, my mom used to tell me they were 5 cents. So again, things will go up in price over time. That is inflation, not appreciation. The great thing about real estate is it is not inflation, it is appreciation. It is truly that people value this thing over time, not it just goes up in price, okay? So think about it. With real estate, the cost to build a house goes up over time. And so really and truly, one of the most expensive homes that you can buy is a new construction home, because you are paying the most amount of money for all of the supplies and the labor, right? Because of inflation, everything goes up and the cost of things cost a lot over time. So whenever you are buying a new construction house, a house that is brand new, you are paying the most for all of the things that went into that house. And so a house that is used, a house that was built 10 years ago, for example, was less expensive to build. And so the fact that it's worth more is truly appreciation, not inflation. Now, the thing about appreciation and why you get rich with this is because of what I told you with rental properties and using the property to make money. this is how you will become a millionaire. Let me give you that part. Whoa, people are becoming millionaires in real estate, and I'm telling you how. So make sure you share this video with all your friends and family. Not only do you need this information, but they do too. I am trying to change lives, and I need your help. Make sure you share this video with all your friends and family, and you start doing these things that I am teaching, because this is our year to make a lot of money. This is about your success. Get to sharing. So here's how I got rich. Number one, I would find people with property problems. I would find someone that was behind on their mortgage payment, the way that I used to be. And then I would get the house subject to or lease purchase. That's step number two. They would sell me the house with little to no money down, and they would sell it to me at a discount. Again, because they were having a property problem. If someone is having a property problem, you could easily get them to sell you the house either subject to or lease you the house, because again, they're losing the house or they have some situation where they can't pay for it. Step three, I would then fix and flip the property, or I would put a tenant in it. But how I got rich was putting a tenant in it. When I started keeping my properties and putting tenants in the properties and then having that monthly income coming in each month. The reason I got rich is because I would put the tenant in the property and they would start paying me rent, which is then used to pay the mortgage. As the mortgage payment goes down, appreciation is happening. So the house value is going up, the mortgage balance is going down because my tenant is paying for it. And then last but not least, I would sell my properties with the tenants in them every 3 years or so. So I would cash out of the property. Do you get it? So I would make millions of dollars, and this is how I became a millionaire in real estate. Those 5 steps: finding someone with a property problem, getting the property subject to or leasing it, finding a tenant to pay the mortgage, then selling it for a profit, and then repeating that process again and again. Simple. Rinse and repeat. And before you knew it, I had this whole portfolio of rental properties with tenants in them, and a portfolio of rental properties that I could sell for profit that I never put in my name. They did not check my credit for me to get them, so they're not on my credit report, and I had good credit. This is how I got rich. This is how people are becoming real estate millionaires. Let me give you a bonus on how I make 10x what I made with tenants. Boom. So now let's talk about how I became a multi-millionaire. So around 2019, 2020, I had a student teach me about Airbnb, and that made me a multi-millionaire. I had this large portfolio of rental properties. Like I said, I would get them subject to, they weren't on my credit report, I put a tenant in the property, the tenant is paying down the mortgage balance is going down, the value of the house is going up over time, I sell the property, I make a lot of money. Well, I was able to make even more money with Airbnb. So instead of renting the properties out unfurnished on a month-to-month basis, making about maybe $300 or $400 a month profit, my young student in 2020 told me that we should launch Airbnb and start putting our properties on Airbnb. Instead of renting them out unfurnished and vacant, we would then furnish them, get them all ready, and rent them out on a nightly basis on sites like Airbnb, HomeAway, vacation rental by owner, and all of these short-term rental sites. And instead of making a profit about $300 or $400 per month per property, I started making $1,000 to $3,000 per month per property. Whoa. Think about that. So instead of actually needing so many properties, I could do one of two things. I could 100x my income, okay? I could take all 40 properties, instead of making $300 per month on them or $200, $200,000 per year, I could take those 40 properties and now make $2,000 per month per all those properties and come up with closer to $2 million per year. Think about that. And the same thing applies. Appreciation still exists. So those properties are still going up in value over time, all right? Either way, whether I'm using Airbnb money or the tenant is paying rent, either way, I'm paying down the mortgage balance, so the mortgage is getting paid, but now I make even more money, so it's more profit, and when I sell the property, I still make $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 on every single property. It is really simple to do. This is not rocket science. You do not need a college degree to do this. This is all simple, and I teach you all of this absolutely free. I have created a complete training just for you, and you can get it absolutely free. Just go to noelsfreetraining.com. That's Noelle, Noelle with an S, noellsfreetraining.com. Again, I've created a complete training course for you that teaches you my exact formula for investing in real estate with little to no money, not using your credit, and again, make lots of money in real estate starting from where you are today. And again, it's absolutely free. Go check it out. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.